What's going on, guys? My name is Devin, also known from DH Arts Productions, and yeah, today is my birthday, you guys, and I am 29 years old, and it's hard to believe that I still feel like a teenager today, but even though I'm a grown man, but yeah, I'm young, I'm living a good life, so yeah. Before we get into today's topic, if you're new and if you're just tuning in to my channel, make sure to subscribe right now and follow me on Instagram because we're going to be talking all things Tokusatsu serious. From Sentai, Power Rangers, Kamen Rider. But even though I don't really watch that show that much, but let's just say that there are things that I'm looking forward to. Then I think for the next 5 years or so, if they decided to make the drastic change to another network or even Netflix, I'm not sure what Hasbro is going to do, but I truly hope that things will maybe probably for the better for Power Rangers in the bright future. So maybe not. I'm not sure, but I'm just looking into it. So yesterday they reviewed a whole lot, not just the toys, but the trailers, the the comics. You know, I think for me, when it comes to the comic books, I think I need to start reading it more because there's a lot of things that I'm seeing, reviews and but I never read the comics myself. Maybe like in certain volumes and stuff like that from the beginning of maybe Morphin all the way to the Shadow Grid event, not the Beyond the Grid crap. And I'm definitely not looking not reading the necessary evil because of the whole outbreak between the old friends and new Rangers and stuff. So that's one thing I'm not looking forward to reading. So yeah, let's get into a few things I want to talk about from yesterday. What they did. So they reviewed a whole lot. I did a video on this yesterday. I was doing it live, but my Wi-Fi got cut off for some strange reason on my phone. But this time, I'm hoping that the internet connection gets better. So let's start with the trailer of Beast Morphers, the TV show. So they showed off from the Rangers, beginning training with the weapons, and they show clips of Evox and Mayor Daniels, connected with one another, much like how Mesogod did in Dino Thunder. So it got connected as well. So he's pretty much being Evox and Mayor Daniels. So I'm kind of curious to see how's that gonna play out throughout the whole season because I think it's gonna be a huge plot twist for Devin and his father Mayor Daniels now that he's Evil's Nine. Much like they teased us with season one. So I think one of my favorite things from the trailer was the team up special with Jason morphing and the thing. Here's the thing. The only thing I did not like about the trailer was when they cut off Austin St. John's voice when he says morphin time. They just basically showed Jason doing this, morphing into a ranger, while everybody else that most of these actors from Dino Charge did not return, or Dino Thunder, or Mighty Morphin for that matter. I'm guessing they're gonna like use some type of voice actors voicing the Rangers. For the likes of me, I really don't know how it's gonna play out. But let's just hope that this team up special should be interesting to watch. They're gonna they're gonna probably save it for Power Rangers Day, August 28th. You know, that's probably the best day to do it. Much like how Ninja Steel, Super Ninja Steel did it when it came to the team up special. Where all the Rangers came out and just did what they had to do. But the only thing I did not like is when they cut off Tommy's fight with himself. Just, you know, too short. And I think I like the extended version a whole lot better when Tommy was fighting himself. On more, he fought himself for about, I think, uh 40 or 52 seconds. Once he morphed into all the Ranger forms from Donald Thunder, Zeo Red, May Morphin White and Green, and I think I like that extended fight a little bit more better than your your actual episode that aired on Nickelodeon, which was dumb by the way. Uh, the team up was fine, but it did had a whole lot of issues for it. You know, uh, I didn't see West fight the foot soldiers enough, and it was kind of like a letdown. But at least he did have some lines, when it came to certain scenes, you know, taking the Rangers through time and stuff, which was really nice. And yeah. So the Beast Morphers team up special. I don't know when it's gonna come out, but I think Hasbro is gonna let us know when the team up special is gonna come out on Nickelodeon. But I am looking forward to seeing it myself. But yeah, so the trailer of Beast Morpher Season 2 looks really good. I like how they would introducing, well, they did the same thing with Nickelodeon's trailer. We did put it out, introducing the Zords, the weapons and stuff. So that's basically what I like the most. So yeah, and going on to the Lightning Collection, the figures themselves, the Dragon Dagger, the Hasbro's version, not the Legacy one, the Hasbro version. And I did see the video of them presenting the audience with the Lightning Collection Dragon Dagger, and you even though it does have sound, but you have to play the actual tune. Maybe if they have like an instrumental, you know, instructions of how to play the dragon flute, you know, I think change. I believe that I believe that Hasbro is going to do something like this though. I just don't know when, but we'll have to hope for the best. But the Dragon Dagger looks pretty good. I absolutely loved it. So then they went on to introduce the Lightning Collection figures of Ranger from teams like Billy, Drea Trefoya, Ranger Slayer, and West from Time Force. But the Ranger they introduced, no, actually, it was West from Time Force. And yesterday I did mention how West looked it kind of silly when it came to the Lightning Collection figure itself. The chest piece on his chest area looked it too small. It could have been bigger, you know. But I feel like to me, the West figure could have been better, But I can't complain. But I just wish they did the chest area a little bit more bigger, like how it was on the show. I think that's what Hasbro messed up on that one. And the head sculpture, I don't know if it looks like Wes. It looks like some guy from the 1990s Fantastic Four comic book. Maybe like Johnny Storm, I'm not sure. But the next sword they introduced was Billy, the original Blue Ranger. I like the figure itself, but they really messed up Billy's face. Billy looks like Elton John rather than David Yost. But I think the image they got its praise from is from they did the photo shoot of the original like during the show. But I think that's one of the biggest issues I have with Billy's head sculpture is that it doesn't look like Billy. It looks more like Elton John's nephew, in my opinion. So um but the helmet and the overall figure itself looks really good. Like so yeah. And then you have Gold Ranger Trey Trefoya. So Trey finally made his debut, and I am pretty much happy with how Trey looks. It looks exactly like the actor who played Trey Trefoya. It looks really really good. The Gold Ranger looks the same, but Trey Trefoya looks really awesome. I love it. I really do. But The last Ranger they introduced was Ranger Slayer, and they played this clip from "I Will Win" song from the show. And once they cut to Ranger Slayer, you know, she looked it nice. I like her helmet a lot. Her helmet is what won me over. The overall figure itself looks really awesome. But the only thing I'm kind of disappointed is that they didn't come with the Kimberly head sculpture. Maybe in the future, but the overall figure itself looks really good though. So the Lightning Collection Wave 4 looks really good, and I'm very pleased. No, no, no. Actually, I think Wave 5 or Wave 4. Look, if somebody in the live chat can tell me which number of Wave that Billy and them came out, is it Wave 4 or Wave 5? Let me know something. Hey, what's up, Aaron? I didn't get a chance to ask you though, man. It's been a long time since I've seen you though. It's good to see you back. So, what else were we talking about? Oh, they did the Boom Studios uh Mighty Morphin versus the Ninja Turtles crossover series. So we all know what happened in the last issue when when the Shredder cut off the Rangers' powers, so they couldn't morph. So Zonar pretty much had to invite the turtles into the command center. So we finally get to see what the turtles going to look like while they're moving to Rangers, including April and you. I mean April. So April is going to be Pink Ranger, of course. Um, Leonardo is blue. Donatello is black. Michelangelo is yellow, and Raphael is red. But the turtles themselves, as Rangers, they look kind of funny. They look like Slash, multiple color slashes, in my opinion, though. But yeah, I like what they did with the comics. The Boom Studios comics of Power Rangers has been killing it ever since it first came out. So if I do have money to buy comics one day, I'll probably read it for myself. A lot of people think that Power Rangers is for kids. Yes, it is, but it's not even that silly show. If you actually focus on the seriousness of plot twists and how the story, it does has its tragic moments, a lot of serious and sad moments. None of you actually just think about it. So it'll probably change your mind on the actual franchise itself. Yes, it's small, but it's going some places thanks to Hasbro. You know, the Battle for the Great Fighting game. It was gonna be an Evo, so I don't know if it was gonna make it to Evo or not. But I'm hoping it does. Maybe I'm not sure, but we're just gonna have to see for ourselves. Uh, Another interesting thing that I saw at the New York Toy Fair on internet was the Megazord. I don't know if it's from the Lightning Collection, but it actually caught my attention. So, and then I saw the individual Zords themselves: the Tyrannosaurus, Mastodon, Triceratops, Saber-tooth Tiger, and Pterodactyl. So I saw the Zords, but I don't know if it's for the little toddlers. But I don't know if the Megazord is actually for the Lightning Collection because I did see how it looks. You can tell it's basically for adults, for adult collectors. Maybe I'm not sure, but we'll have to see the full image themselves when they decided to put it on social media. Then I'll let you guys know if it's actually officially happened. So, oh, one more thing that I forgot to mention. The Reed Soldier is going to get adapted for our next Power Ranger season in 2021. And I know there's going to be a huge backlash over it, and I know it's going to be a huge controversy surrounding another dinosaur thing. So let me explain something to you guys. I know you people do not like when Power Rangers gets been skipping a whole lot of Sentai seasons. Like I know you guys wanted Q Ranger, but let me explain something to you though. Q Ranger already have like 12 or 13 Rangers in Japan. I don't know if Power Rangers is ever going to adapt that season unless you're doing the adventures in game style. Then yeah, but I don't think Q Ranger is going to happen because like I said, that season has 12 Rangers. I like the suits, I like the Megazords and stuff, but I'm not a fan of the Red Ranger. I'm sorry. I think he's absolutely cringeworthy. Like, the like, yeah, like, just stop doing that, man. I don't know what's Toei's fetish of hiring, you know, self righteous, loudmouth Red Rangers all the time instead of a Red Ranger who is serious, who is, you know, different from one another, but not too childish like Red Rangers you've had in the past in the early 2000s. But it seems like every single time that comes out, Toei has this way of hiring Red Rangers who are just too hypertension and stuff like that, rather just like someone who is serious and all that. So, but Q Ranger is not gonna get adapted. So I'm sorry to burst you guys' bubble, but I know that's what you guys wanted it, but at the same time, Toei, well, Hasbro made their decision to adapt Q Ranger, I mean Real Soldier for 2021 season. No, 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 for yeah, I mean for season 28. So don't get me wrong, I love the costumes, I love the Zords, but I think Real Soldier does has his goofy moments though, especially the Red Ranger because I sometimes feel like he could be goofy, he could be self-righteous, or can be a loudmouth in times, rather than someone who is serious and stuff. And my concern for this adaptation is when they don't cast, well, they do not cast a Red Ranger who is, you know, goofy like how Brody was in Ninja Steel, like Troy from Megaforce, or any other crappy Red Rangers from the News Bond era, minus Tyler. But I mean, I do believe in Hasbro for what they can do while adapting Real Soldier as a Power Ranger season. You know, much like how they did with Time Force. Time Force turned out good, and if Real Soldier was pretty slightly good at Japan, just imagine what Hasbro is going to do for us for our season, though. And some of you guys wanted Tokuger, a train thing. I'm not into trains. I don't like trains at all. So you gotta accept the fact that you know a train Sentai theme is not gonna get adapted for a Power Rangers season. But they do have an Orange Ranger. Maybe they'll adapt a train thing. You know, maybe around 2022 when our Real Soldier version of Power Rangers end. So the biggest question is, does Power Rangers have a bright future with Hasbro? And to my answer is yes, they do. Once they take Power Rangers off Nickelodeon and put it on Discovery Family, on any other platforms for that matter, and maybe just maybe they'll probably have a better adoption for it. Uh, I think that Hasbro is gonna do us some justice if it turns out right, because I believe that our franchise is looking good, you know, and something tells me that I think the Power Rangers are going to aim towards, a mature audience, as they should. If you cut the goofy stuff out, cut the childish crap out, cut the Mighty Morphin nostalgia out, you know, I think Hasbro should have something different on their sleeve instead of relying on Go-Go Power Rangers saying it's morphin time a lot when you morph, and stop using heavy nostalgia and just use your different elements to your show. You know, pretty much like how Disney did with Ninja Storm when it first came out. And their season felt so different from Saban's season. And if Hasbro can do the same, then you're off to a good start. But until then, we're stuck with 90s nostalgia from Beast Morphers due to Saban and Becca Barnes and the other guy who is running the show. But I will give him credit for doing a good job from season one despite some issues. But I just hope this will be their final road too, and just hire new writers that doesn't do that crappy stuff. You know, I think you're gonna be off to a good start. So yeah, um, I'm not so sure about uh the next Sentai that's gonna be coming out this year after Real Soldier. The reason why that I don't like the suits, I love the helmets, but the suits I'm not a fan of. It's because of the goofy pose. Like the Red Ranger looks like he's posing like he's in an ice skating ring, like he's a professional ice skater or something. Like I'm not feeling it though. But I guess we just wait and see how it plays out. So yeah. Um that is my video on will Hasbro have a future with Power Rangers, and like I said, I believe they do. You know, we just need to give them time to get everything together. So, and I believe that everything should be good. So yeah, I hope y'all enjoy my live stream. I appreciate the time. And Aaron Johnson, thank you for shining with me. Um yeah, I'll see y'all in my next video and peace out.